We have looked upon the statements of oxidizing agents and reducing agents. So now let's move on to some examples. Sodium reacting with hydrogen gives sodium hydride. This is an example of redox reaction and it contains both oxidation and reduction processes. So let us see where oxidation occurs and where reduction occurs. So oxidation of sodium occurs and forming sodium hydride, while reduction occurs at hydrogen. Reduction. Now let us figure out what is oxidizing agent here and what is reducing agent here. But before that, let me clear how this is an oxidation and how this is an reduction. Sodium here has +1 charge, while hydrogen acts as an electronegative element with -1 charge. When these both two elements combine with their valencies +1 and -1, they form the compound sodium hydride. So as you can see here, hydrogen here is in need of 1 electron. Therefore, this 1 electron will be donated to hydrogen by sodium. So sodium is actually losing its electron to hydrogen. And whenever loss of electron occurs, the process is termed as oxidation. And wherever there is a gain of 1 electron or more than 1 electron, the process is termed as reduction. Now let us figure out which is oxidizing agent and which is reducing agent. Sodium having 1 extra electron is giving it to hydrogen, which is in need of 1 electron. So this is actually the loss of electron, and the species which loses electron is always termed as reducing agent. So sodium is reducing agent. Reducing agent because it donates or loses its electron to hydrogen. H2 will be oxidizing agent here. Oxidizing agent. Why? Because H2 is taking electron from sodium. So whenever there is a gain of electron by some species, it is termed as oxidizing agent. Because it gain electron from sodium. And if you all are getting confused here that hydrogen is being added, so it should be reduction on this side, then mind it, learners, that here hydrogen acts as electronegative element with negative charge here. And therefore, addition of any electronegative element is also termed as reduction. First of all, figure out where oxidation is being occurred and where reduction is being occurred, and then figure out that the species which is processing the oxidation reaction must be either losing electron and some electronegative element might be added to it. So that process will be, that half reaction will be oxidation. And then figure out where reduction is being occurred. When some species is gaining electron. When some species is gaining electron and some electropositive element is also being added to it, then it is termed as reduction half process. And there is a trick to it, and that trick is wherever oxidation occurs, the species which is causing this oxidation process is actually the reducing agent. And wherever the reduction occurs, the species which is causing reduction is actually the oxidizing agent. So this goes little opposite by names. Next example is copper oxide reacting with hydrogen to give copper and water vapor. First of all, identify where oxidation is being occurred and where reduction is being occurred. Reduction is occurred here. Oxidation occurs here. Oxidation. Now identify which one is oxidizing agent and which one is reducing agent. So as I told you through trick that the process in which oxidation is being occurred, the species which is causing oxidation is actually the reducing agent, and the half process in which reduction is occurred, the species which is causing reduction is actually the oxidizing agent. Now we need logics to prove our point. Why this half reaction is reduction and this half reaction is oxidation? It's because copper oxide after removal of oxygen becomes copper only, and gain of electron occurs for copper. When oxygen gets removed from here, the electrons donated to oxygen comes back to copper atom, and therefore getting back those electron will turn it into a chemical species which is gaining electron, and thus reduction is being occurred here. How oxidation is being performed here? Hydrogen is donating its electron to oxygen to form water molecule. So hydrogen is losing electron, and to whom it is losing? It is losing electrons to oxygen. So this is oxidizing agent and this is reducing agent. But how? Copper oxide is oxidizing agent due to gain of electron, because when oxygen is removed from here, the electrons which were donated by copper to oxygen comes back to copper atom, and thus it eventually makes it the process more like gaining of electron by copper again. Therefore, copper oxide is acting here as an oxidizing agent to provide electrons to copper, back to copper you can say. And H2 is reducing agent because it loses its electron to oxygen to form H2O. So due to loss of electron, it becomes the oxidizing agent. Another reason for copper oxide being falling in the category of oxidizing agent is that it is providing oxygen to hydrogen to form water molecule. So CuO is oxidizing agent, H2 is reducing agent. One very common sense thing here, both the agents will never you will find on product side. These all will be formed on reactant sides only, because it's an obvious thing. Either one of the species is losing electron or the another one is gaining electron, or removal of electronegative element or gaining of electronegative, addition of electronegative element. These all things will occur on the reactant side, then only will product form. Therefore agents you will never find on product side, it will be on only the reactant side.